There we go. Good afternoon, outliers. How y'all doing? Happy Monday. Happy what day is it? June 17th. I apologize for not being here for a while, but at the same time, I'm not sorry about it at all. I had an amazing trip. My family and I, we flew to Scotland, stayed in Scotland for 5 days, and then we flew over to Ireland and then Ireland for 5 days. And it was just an incredible experience. We stayed at 7 different castles, which were really cool. We One thing that we didn't know in the planning process was they don't have like standard rooms over there like we would here with like 2 queen beds or 2 king beds or whatever. And so everywhere that we looked at, what we ended up doing instead of getting 2 rooms was getting like the most baller ass suite. And that was really awesome. My wife was very, very happy that we spent the extra money to get those suites. And it was really cool. We had some castles that were spooky as all get out. Like the very last one we stayed in. Give me just a moment here. I'll show you. It was called Kennedy Castle. And this one was really interesting because we got there and it kind of had a spooky vibe to it. And this particular castle is known for having a very traditional old school castle experience. And it definitely lived up to that. Everything inside felt like it was 1,000 years old. This castle was built in like 1209, something crazy like that. And they even had a dungeon, right? And the dungeon is a bar. And we went all down there checking it all out. And my wife was asking the waitress at dinner, she's like, "Hey, is it haunted?" And the waitress is like, "Yeah." And apparently there's like multiple ghosts there. And we didn't see any, but this is really funny. So there's this big staircase. Let me see if there's a picture of it online. Let's see. You'll like this story. Don't worry. I'm trying to find the staircase because it's so ridiculous. Kennedy Castle stairs. Okay, this staircase right here, right? So this is like their big main grand staircase. And our room was about right there actually. So just up around the corner from there. I was coming down these stairs and I slipped and fell down the stairs, just tumbled down the stairs. And I told my wife, I was like, I think the ghost pushed me because there's no way that I'd be falling down those stairs if the ghost hadn't pushed me. So that was the story. Um, so that was an interesting castle. Our particular favorite castle was called Ballyseed. And this one is just absolutely gorgeous. Maybe second favorite. This one is just unbelievably gorgeous. The other one, so we stayed in this one. My wife and I took a similar trip in 2010, and this is our first trip with children like this. So it's been a long time coming, and this was our favorite then, and it was one of our favorites now. But our definite favorite was Markery Castle. I tell you what, this one was spectacular. When we stayed here in 2010, it was actually really spooky. It had a super spooky vibe, but it had been completely renovated since then. And when we were talking to the people about it, they said, yeah, after we renovated, the ghosts left. And I was like, I knew it. I knew that place was haunted when we stayed there in 2010. I knew it. But now, oh my gosh, gorgeous. And we stayed in the Johnny Cash suite. And man, it was pretty spectacular. So yeah, that was the room we stayed in. Apparently Johnny Cash stayed there in like 1991. But either way, really amazing opportunity to go and do that. I was trying to find pictures of me kissing the Blarney Stone. But overall, it's amazing. Top favorite thing was the weather. Oh my gosh, the weather. So I live in Texas, and it's hot as blazes right now, and it will be for the next 7 months at least. And the weather there was fantastic. I mean, it was in Scotland. It was between 40 and 60 degrees Fahrenheit, between 4 and 9 Celsius, and in Ireland, it was right around 9 to 14 the whole time we were there. So just glorious weather. Here where I live, it's like 7,000 Celsius. But yeah, so incredible trip. Really glad to be able to do that. And honestly, it doesn't look like there were any trades to be made during that time. Sebastian's here. Good to see you, Jean-Louis. Good to have you back. How's your vacation? Dude, it was really incredible. Tell you what, it was one of those times where it was like just enjoy every moment. Drove on the left-hand side of the road. Okay, funny story. So we landed in Edinburgh, and our first day in Edinburgh, we had a rental car, and I parked on this one particular street. It had a really strong slope. And in the process, I managed to get myself an Edinburgh parking ticket. um, but leaving that spot was so difficult because it was on such a steep incline, and it was of course it was a manual car because they drive those over there. I don't know why. But I got into the spot, no problem. Getting out of the spot, however, was a little problem because every time I moved the car, it would inch forward a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more as I'm trying to maneuver out. And I got to the point where I was this close, like legit I couldn't like put my hand between myself and the car in front of me, and I'm like, I'm done. I can't navigate this anymore. So my wife and I were trying to come up with some ideas. I went trying to find the person who was in front of us. I went into several pubs trying to ask people where it was or whose car it was, and couldn't find the person. So I was like, okay, maybe I could push the car. If I just push the car back a couple inches, we'll be able to get around it. That's all I need. Um, and the Scotsman's walking by right as I had that thought, and I'm like, hey man, can you help me with this? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. So he and I push the car backwards, and my kids are absolutely like, what have we gotten ourselves into? This is our first day, literally our first parking spot in Edinburgh. But after that, we were good to go. And then I learned the trick about using the parking brake to help not roll on hills. So that was an experience. But anytime y'all want to chat about this trip, I'd be glad to do so. But we're not here for this. We're here to chat about trading. Goran's here. Good to see you, Michael. How you doing, my friend? Sebastian says sweet sweets. Yeah, very nice, Randy. Jorn and I almost got in the same place at the same time. Jorn had texted me on Discord. He was in Dingle, Ireland. I think it was like 3 days before I was in Dingle, Ireland. We were so close to catching up there. One of those things, right? Jorn said driving is just not fun there. I was away on vacation, and you went on vacation, but just made it. Very cool. All right. Maracas. Okay, very cool. I had just gotten a DM on the Discord, which I didn't check the Discord at all. I, honest to goodness, deleted Discord from my phone, so I wouldn't be tempted to look at it. So if I missed anything on the Discord, just ping me again or ping me right now and let me know what I missed. But a couple cool updates. We have built this market breadth indicator here. I don't have the data for the last 2 weeks. I actually emailed Mahesh last night. Hey, and I was like, hey, can I get a download for the last couple weeks? And he basically told me no, but in a good way, because he said this will go on our dev platform, which I have access to and I can show every day by tomorrow, he said, or Wednesday at the latest. And then he told me once everything's confirmed in the dev platform, he's planning to push this to production. So where you can see it immediately inside of the platform by the end of the week. So I am super stoked about that, right? Because we're measuring market breadth for how many stocks are on the bull list versus the bear list, right? The more stocks on the bull list, what we have found, what you saw and what I saw and what we all traded around was that when the bull list is going up, boy, trading gets a hell of a lot easier. But when the bull list peaks and starts coming back down, now it's time to get out of the way. Start cutting those trades and just hang back until that happens again. I'm telling you, this was a near perfect correlation where all my winning trades in the last few weeks came right along this particular line right here. And I would bet you, had you been taking trades on this line, which is the percent of stocks on the bull list, okay, if you had been taking long trades as it's been moving down, you might have been struggling to make these work, right? Because the market moves in waves, right? The market all moves together, if you want to think of it that way. And the easiest way to do that is to let the market tell you which direction it's going, with both the trend, as we know, is up. We had a new all-time high today, but also the breadth. And the way that we can measure market breadth is with the number of stocks on the bull list. which is interesting because we come around. I know Mahesh just updated this. Let's see. What's the number here? It was 1600. Now it's 657 plus 1139. About 1800 stocks now. That's very cool. 1800 stocks, and only about a third of them are bullish. So that doesn't give me a lot of confidence when 2/3 are bearish, right? The stock is either on the bull list or bear list. There is no in between list. So when the bear list is 2/3, that's going to mean this indicator, this line has moved way down. But one other thing to notice is when it gets over 75% or under 25% of stocks on the bull list, that can really show a capitulation point, and that's what we see right here. Right as it touched 25% on the bull list, immediate spike back up. So we could definitely see that here in the next few days if the trend continues on. But I'm super stoked because this should be in the Outlier platform here by the end of the week. So I'm really excited about that. Now let's go into the market analysis. All right, welcome to the Outlier Trading Room. This is how to trade in only 10 minutes a day and exactly how to take the guesswork out of trading. Now, full disclosure, I am a partner with Outlier, and this is my style of trading using Outlier. But Outlier delivers you new opportunities every single day, so there's always something for you out there. Now, with the golden ticket trading strategy, always starts with the market. We're going to let the 10 over the 20 with price over the 50 on the SPY determine the trend. And yeah, the trend is up. Now, I did not look at the market while I was gone. I glanced at it once or twice just to see what was going on. I have no idea what the news is because I don't really trade the news anyway. I always trade on price, but I did see, I believe this was the last date I was in, the 31st. Yeah, when I left you guys, it was on this date right here. And since then, it's exploded higher. But market breadth has not, right? Even if we go to the MMFI breadth, which I know TrendSpider has a new breadth indicator. I just don't remember how to get to it right now. Even if we look at the MMFI breadth, it's still trending down, right? So there's fewer and fewer stocks holding up the market right now. That's a scary place to be. That shows me that we could be hitting a near-term top, especially when we've got 2/3 of the market being bearish. And even on MMFI, like this is not promising, right? If Chris had a crystal ball, I'd be saying, watch your back. I think we might top out pretty quick here. Look at the volume as well, right? The volume here. This is an average volume line, has just been steadily decreasing over time on average volume. And when the market's going up, volume's going down, and the breadth is going down. We can see that here and here. It's only a matter of time. Only a matter of time before a correction occurs. I don't know how big, but I'm calling my shot right now. I think we are due for a correction at some point. I don't know when, but we're due for a correction. So the market trend is higher. Now I'm still working on this breadth slide here, but generally it says if the market breadth is moving down, don't trade it, even with the market trend going up, because you want to have those in conflict. You want to have those in agreement, and we don't have that today. So I wouldn't be looking to trade today on that exact reason. But let's continue on looking at what could be out there on the bull list. Popping this open, filtering just on the green uptrend overlays. And if we're looking at today's stocks, we've got a handful. And we can copy these and do this. Hang on. There we go. Looks like only two of these would fall into, yeah, just these two have over 1 million shares traded daily. So these would be the only two I would be interested in, STX and TSM. Now, granted, I will not be trading these, but we can at least look at them. Brian, good to see you, bud. Missed you guys. So TSM, performance summary, 134%. That looks pretty great. STX, 3%. That is positive expectancy. Not huge, but it is positive. Let's go on to the next step here. No order blocks in the way. Oh, actually, let's take a look at those two. So it was TSM and STX. All right, no order blocks in the way here. STX. No earnings in the next couple days. STX. No order blocks, no earnings. Looks like I have a few notes on here. So both of those could be good. Let's go to the next step. Right, these are good to go here. Outlier signals backtest, which we already did. And we can look at the option chain on these. Give me a moment. I didn't log into Tastyworks, but I need to. If I can remember my password, we'll look at it together in just a moment. Talk amongst yourselves. Why are you guys still watching me? It's weird. All right, password 1974 Smashing Pumpkins 38 exclamation point. Okay. Wait, it was in 1974. It's 1979, right? Sometime today. There we go. All right, so it's TSM. Isn't that Taiwan Semiconductor? It is, yeah. So if I were trading this, I'd be looking around the July 19th. I'd be looking around July 19th. I'd be looking somewhere in the 155 calls, but look at the options premium on these. It's huge, right? I generally $10 is my limit. I like to keep it $10 or less. If 155 strike has a $25 option, these are hugely inflated. Like these are giant numbers here. So yeah, I wouldn't be interested in trading TSM. But let's go to the other one, STX. Again, I'd be looking at the July 19th. And I'd be looking around the 80 delta, which is about 97.50. It's a little wide, 970 to 1010. Extrinsic value is only 10%, so that's good. 236 is a little low. I like to have that at least 250 or more, but 236 I would fudge with. So I would be interested in STX 97.5 calls if I were trading today. I'm not, but I would be interested in this one if the market breadth and the market trend had both agreed. This would be one I'm interested in. But with that said, I won't be trading this, but by all means, if this fits your trading criteria, this might be a good one for you. So that's going to wrap it for today's Outlier Trading Room. Really stoked to see this upgrade coming soon. But I'm also very cautious because I think the market may be in for a quick reversal here in the near future. Thanks so much for coming. Glad to be back at it. And I'll see you right back here tomorrow. And don't forget, Wednesday is a holiday. Wednesday is a Juneteenth holiday, so there will be no trading room on that day. Otherwise, see you right back here tomorrow. Talk soon.